Another banger, another live. As you see, guys, I'm in uniform. You know what I mean? Not looking shabby, but I'm all you guys' daddy. You know what I mean? Um, just got off work, guys. Saw the live with Razor Rays. Shout out to Razor Rays. That's where I got that thumbnail. I'm gonna actually try to change it because I don't like to steal people's thumbnail. I'm gonna try to change it when I get home. I normally would do a live at home, but the Wi-Fi is so messed up and wishy-washy. That's why I do it outside. I do it in my car because I can use my regular Wi-Fi. I can use my regular Wi-Fi from my phone, and it's a lot better. Let me see what's up. Jamies, what up? What up? We talking about your favorite YouTuber, Jamies. And want to see the future. What's up, Milano? Appreciate you, Video King, come in. Yeah. I always think people see the thumbnail, but I know it's the opening, the subject that's more important. But yeah, man, I was watching, and I was watching Razor Rays live today. I didn't get a chance to go on when he was on, but I seen he was talking about NYC the Future's trip being in Sosúa and how he's wasted money, how he's gotten into a situation with chicas. I wanted to speak about that, guys. Another subscriber actually asked me to talk about why mongering's important, why people shouldn't bash mongering. I will do a whole live about that in the future. I think I'm gonna work on that this coming week. I think probably on my day off I might do a video or something like that, a live or something like that. But right here I wanted to really jump on this and talk about this. Guys, the reason why a lot of these, not a lot, but passport bros, your favorite YouTubers that go over to Sosúa are failing, when I mean failing, I don't mean their channels failing. I want to say they're failing as far as the enjoyment with the girls. You know, they're not getting the GFE, the girlfriend experience, or they're not having a real good time in Sosúa like you would expect. And I'm going to tell you guys why. The reason why NYC the Future is having such a struggle in Sosúa is because you got to understand one thing for sure, two things for certain. We already know the strip is basically done. Everybody has to do, like, get their stuff through the online system, basically get girls' numbers. Shout out to you, Swisher Cam. Glad you can make it. My brother from another mother. But, a lot of guys, they have to get the information from the chicas on the beach or whatever at the casinos. Well, here's the thing, guys. A lot of these girls, their money is looking funny, and they're not making the money they used to. That's one thing. Two, a lot of these chicas, you know, the strip is not active, so a lot of guys are not coming to Sosúa like that. Now, I know I'm not saying Sosúa is dead. Don't you guys get me and start saying, "Oh, Milano, you said the Sioux is dead. The Sioux is dead, or whatever. You said the Sioux is dead." No, I'm saying that a lot of guys are not coming to the Sioux like they used to, unless it goes back to what it was, and a lot of people say it's always back to where it was. But unless it really goes back to what it was, like Super Bowl weekend in Sosúa, you're not going to see a lot of guys come there like that. I'm not going to say there's nobody coming, but you're not going to see a lot of people come there. Another thing that's getting a lot of these passport bros like NYC the Future jammed up, right? One, and I always talk about this rule all the time, right? When I was in Sosúa. When you're in Sosúa, you have to get the girls to actually put down whatever you guys agreed upon in the WhatsApp. That's the first rule. Get them to put whatever you guys discussed on WhatsApp. You can't do this, oh, she agreed to this. No. It sounds good on paper. It sounds, how they say it sounds good on paper? Well, have it sound good on the WhatsApp, because it's not going to go down like how you want, right? If you don't get it down on the WhatsApp, you have to have her write down or text or whatever on the WhatsApp what the price and how. I mean, you don't have to say the minutes, but just the agree on the price, right? That's rule of thumb, right? One. Two, we already know NYC the Future is bringing these chicas from Sosúa all the way to Puerto Plata. Now, if you don't know, and I know, and I've been there with the homie, the CEO of Online Nation, it takes like, I want to say like maybe 30 to 45 minutes, depending on traffic, to go from Sosúa to the hotel that he stays at in Puerto Plata. So, with that being said, that's time. And a lot of guys like, well, I'm paying to do whatever with this chica. No, you're paying for her time. So she will count that in the time while she's riding with you. A lot of guys don't know that. If you do know, hit that 1 up. If you don't know, hit that 0 like you don't know nada. Get them likes up too, people. We got 1 like up. Let me get that likes up, please. There's 10 people in the building. But you have to already have this negotiated through WhatsApp, right? That's 1. 2, it's already far from Sosúa to Puerto Plata. You definitely have to have that through WhatsApp. And on top of that, you got to find out how long she's really staying. Because here's the thing. She could say, oh, I'm going to stay for a little bit. I'll say short time, an hour. But she might be, the reason why I think that Chica left him in 15 minutes is because she counted the 30 to 45 minutes while she went all the way to Puerto Plata's room. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure he rode with her. I don't know if she rode with her or not. But if he rode with her, she's counting that. Now, if she came from Sosúa to Puerto Plata, there could be other stuff going on. But here's the thing. I try not to have them come from Sosúa to Puerto Plata unless I've already dealt with them, man. Never, ever, ever have these chicas come to your place in Puerto Plata if you never dealt with them before. If she's not a regular, don't even let her come to your spot in Puerto Plata. It's just gonna be an ish show. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a shit show. The thing about it is, it's not that Sosúa and Puerto Plata is so far from each other, but a lot of these chicas are on that time. You know what I mean? When I mean on that time, not on demon time, but on that time where time is money. So unless you've dealt with her before, you have a good situation. And NYC the Future can vouch for this. He's dealt with women that he's had good situations with, and they came to Puerto Plata. They came to Puerto Plata to see him. And, they came to Puerto Plata to see him. And, he was good. Like, shout out to him. He was doing good there. He had one chick, I think, she used to smoke that Mary Jane upstairs in our hotel on the roof. She was good. You know what I mean? There was no problems. But when you get one, if you either haven't one to come all the way from Sosúa that you ain't really dealt with before, and or you go and get a chica from Suez, which shout out to NYC Future, they do sell some games. So I gotta play devil's advocate, and I'm not just saying this because I'm his friend, but they do sell a bill of goods in Sosúa. So they kind of finesse you, and they kind of caress you, and they kind of get you to bring them back. And a lot of times when you bring them back, it's not what y'all had negotiated. And not even it's not what you negotiated, but it's also not what you expected. Because they get all friendly, when you're in Sue. But once they get to your place, the whole system change. The whole system changed when they get to your place, man. Sorry, that light shuts off. Oh, no. Oh, let me see. Got the drop top here. Hold on a second. We might need the lights on. Nah, we definitely need the lights on. We definitely need the lights on. But yeah, actually, this might work. This might work a little bit. But yeah, y'all see the drop top. Y'all see how I'm rolling. Y'all see how I'm rolling, right? Y'all see how I'm rolling. Yeah, but sunroof type stuff. You know what I mean? For a player. Who wants some pizza tonight? What's your favorite country? Definitely my favorite country. I'm not gonna lie. DR is one of my favorite countries. But I do like Mexico. Mexico got the food and the women. So Mexico, I don't know. It's hard. I want to say DR. Well, it used to be. Well, I mean DR. I mean the women like me because I'm light skinned. You know what I mean? So that helps a lot. You know what I mean? But yeah. Going back to what I was saying with the situation with NYC, the future. You know, you have to really vet these girls. And you can't let them finesse you and get you to tell you whatever you want to hear, right? And then, you know what I mean, then switch up the prices. So with that being said, I really feel like that's the two biggest mistakes he did was, one, he didn't get it on through the WhatsApp, and two, excuse me, he got a chica and brought her from Sosúa to Puerto Plata. And a lot of times it's not going to work the way you want. Now, sometimes it might. I'm not going to say it's never. But a lot of times, you know, you never know who's telling the truth and if they're lying. You know, they could be like, oh, yeah, I'll do this and that. And they're just trying to get, you know, get the money. So you can't really jump on that. I told him before and I told him again. And I'm going to keep telling him. Dude, if you're in Puerto Plata, I know the Sosúa chicks are nice, but why don't you deal with the Puerto Plata women? That's number three. That's another reason why. Three is another reason why NYC the Future, or should I say not just him, but just in general, passport bros be failing and Sosúa, because you could get the chicas in your district. And when I mean the district, if you're in Puerto Plata, which a lot of guys are going to Puerto Plata because it's a lot cheaper, there's chicas out there, man. You know what I mean? And you can get ones that are not gonna rush you, not gonna rip you off. You know what I mean? I know y'all see this drop top. Not gonna rush you, not gonna you know, ask for more money. You know, they're not gonna be like, okay, I'm here, now I'm gonna leave in 15 minutes. They're not gonna do that. You know what I mean? And we had a strip club me and NYC the Future went to, and it's pretty good. Bro, I told him about the lounge we went to. Me and him went to a lounge, bro. They got the chicas there. What are you going to Sosúa for? They got the chicas at the lounge. Now, I will say this. Sosúa does have a lot of talent there, so it's different. You know, the girls are looking pretty good. You know, a lot of times when you go to Sosúa, and Sosúa has its own vibe, so I can't knock that. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. For him to win in Sosúa, and I hate to say this, for him probably not to get overcharged, and I'm really against this, but he's going to have to, he probably would have to do this. He probably would have to have a place, he probably have to have a room in Sosúa and have the girls there. That way they're not saying, oh, I came all the way over here to Puerto Plata. Now I need to add that onto my price to get back home. You see what I'm saying? So y'all have 19 in the building. Get them likes up, please, and thank you. It's 2 likes. Let me get some more likes up, 19 people. That's why I would feel like he needs to I feel like he needs to get a spot in Sosúa. Now, I think with him, I told him, I gave him Cerese's number, information, WhatsApp. She could put him onto a monthly apartment where it'll be way cheaper for him to stay in Sosúa, so he can do whatever he wants, because I know he loves Sosúa. Now, I know he likes Puerto Plata too, but sometimes you can't do both. It's very pricey to do both. When you're doing Puerto Plata, Sosúa, and everything like that, it's very pricey. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's very pricey, guys, because you're going back and forth to Sosúa. And this is the low ball in, guys. This is the low ball in. Imagine you going to Sosúa, right? Low ball in. $20 there, $20 back. That's $40, bro. You know what you can get with $40? Put another 20 with that, and you could get a whole chica. Come on. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he's spending more because he's going further out to get it. And then you got to think, $20 here, $20 there. And then, God forbid, I don't know how much they're really charging him. That's the low end. That's them cheapskate J prices. But he might not be getting them cheapskate J prices. So we're gonna go a little more. You know what I mean? We're gonna go a little inch more. Let me shut this up. We're gonna go a little inch more. He could actually be getting it for 25 there and 25 back, right? If that's the case, it's $50. $50. That's $50 for you guys that don't know how to speak no Spanish, right? Spanish for Dummies. Hit your boy up, Milano23 and Instagram. Get you right for them consultations for the cheapskate J price. You know what I mean? But, right? He could actually be paying $50 round trip. Now, I pushed it a $5 more for one way and back. And the reason why, because he could, going there, he could probably get some for $20. And then they charge him like $10 more to get back home. So that's why I said roughly like $50 round trip, right? But here's the thing. We got 20 in the building. Let's get them thumbs up, please. Back to the story. He could literally be getting hit for $50 a day. $50 a day? You know what I could be doing $50 a day? Y'all see how I clean teeth? Yeah. Y'all know what I could be doing $50 a day? Let me tell you. Y'all think I'm poor. Y'all think, y'all don't know a real boss player. Hold on a second. Let me put y'all. Y'all know a real boss player. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see. Y'all don't know a real boss player. Look. Y'all know what I could be doing $50 a day? Look, hold on a second. Slow night today, right? Slow night. 20, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. We'll just say this is the amount for a chica, right? 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. $59. We'll just say it's $60 for a chica, right? That's the one on a slow day today on Sunday I made, right? But we ain't counting that hourly. You know, your boy get money. Anyways, I'm probably on overtime already. But that's not the point. $60, right? On a slow day. This is a chica money right here. But if you look at it, right? Let's take $10 off. Guys, this is, if y'all can see me, right? This is what he's spending per day. You know what I mean? Let me get it for y'all. This is what he's spending per day. Off taxi to go to Sosúa. So if he spend that on Sosúa to taxi all day, you know what I mean? Put that up. Y'all need to see it. I'll just throw that. I'll throw that in the damn glove compartment. That's trash. We don't care about that. Probably give that to bums or some homeless people. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's what he's spending on the not on chicas. That's what he's spending on the cabs. Round trip, guys. Round trip. So you got to think, you got $50 there. And then he got to get a chica. He bring her back. Oh, my God. Why you think he's going broke in Sosúa? Why you think? This ain't taking shots at him. I'm just being honest. The math is not mathing up. Or is it? Maybe the math is math not. Maybe the math is mathing up, but guys got to start not acting up. You know what I mean? And start stacking up and stop overspending. And especially in Sosúa, $50 there and back altogether, guys. $50. That's 50. You basically, if you're going to Sosúa 5 times a week, that's 50 times 4. We'll just say big homie CEO NYC Future is going there at least 2 or 3 times. We'll say twice in the week. That alone is $100 for the week to go to Sosúa. That alone. We ain't talking about how much a chica costs. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. That is the problem. Wait, let's see what you say. What's your favorite? Okay, I'm sorry. I got in my rant. I didn't even know y'all were talking. I just thought, what's your favorite country? All right, let me see what y'all talking about. Damn, Milano, you have a PhD in bog lines, motherfucker. Yes, sir. Let me see what you talking about. Yeah, man, these guys don't know how to save on anything. They just know how to save on these hookahs. When you go, how long are your trips? Bro, I was in Sosúa for a minute. I was in Sosúa. Dude, well, I'll say this. In Puerto Plata, I was in Puerto Plata for a whole month. But I did dip and dabble in Sosúa, you know, especially when I was rocking with NYC The Future. We were going out there. And that was costing me money because even with, even if we went, and even when we went half on the taxis, you know, a lot of times I would actually... Sometimes I would usually pay to go there, right? So it gets them a step up, right? Because I knew the taxi. I'd be like, yeah, all right, you know, or whatever, right? Excuse me. Sometimes I pay to go there, or sometimes I would pay when we go back. We'd alternate. But a lot of times one of us pays to go there and then the other one pays to come back. That's how we save some money, right? But it's still $20 to $30. Let's just say let's say $20 to $25. I don't like to talk about that dirty 30. $20 to $25 is still spending money, right? And then, you know, the chica's gonna expect you to send them some gas money or send them some taxi money, you know what I mean, to get them out of here. So that could be a problem in itself. Let me see where you go. But yeah, a lot of my trips when I went to Sosúa is like a short man trip. You don't need to be doing Sosúa like a whole month. I was doing Sosúa. I was doing Puerto Plata for a whole month. Puerto Plata's cheap. Sosúa, I was doing like a couple of days. I don't do Sosúa for a whole month. I don't even do Sosúa for 2 weeks. I really just do, when I was in Sosúa, I was doing like 3 or 4 days. I wasn't going hardcore like that, bro. Because you gotta think, when you stay in, and technically, right, like what NYC The Future was doing, I wasn't doing that, bro. I wasn't getting girls in Sosúa and bringing them to Puerto Plata. That's going to eat up your money because they're going to try to tax you going back home. And then you got to pay, when you pay for that taxi, they start acting up. Now, I know I'm kind of double standing myself, and I'm not trying to act like I'm better than anybody. I did slip up and bring a chica home, but when I was with NYC The Future, but you know how that peer pressure is. It's a mud these days. You know what I mean? So I did bring something back, but I got in the WhatsApp, I got the price. So when she started saying, "Oh, you gonna pay for the tech?" Nah, man. I probably would have if you was acting right. I mean, and I didn't do this a lot of times. I probably did this when I brought a chica back. I think with NYC Future, when I did that with going to Puerto Plata, I think I only did that once, man. Yeah, I think I only did that once, maybe once or twice. I don't really do that like that, bro, because I know the game. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna be in Puerto Plata, I'm just gonna mess with the chicas in Puerto Plata. It makes more sense. It's cheaper. Why? If you go to Sosúa, you might as well stay in Sosúa. Now, when I was staying in Sosúa, yeah, I messed with the girls and stuff like that, and sometimes I had some problems, but I was already there, so they couldn't hit me for that. Oh, it took me time to go to Puerto Plata with you, and then I gotta get back home. You gotta pay for my extra time or whatever. You know what I mean? So, let's see. What are you talking about? Let me see. Panthers must have a bye week if it's slow on a Sunday. Yeah, yeah. Nah, it wasn't. It was, Sundays. It's mostly Friday and Saturdays are busy, but I technically, this is like I've been working 7 days back to back for 2 weeks, so that overtime gonna just level me up. You know what I mean? That overtime is gonna level me up, so it's all good. I'm not even worried about that slow day on Sunday. I'm more worried about. I'm more not worried. I'm more focused on the consistency. But why why won't he take that $7? Oh yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. 19 and Bill, and get them thumbs up, please and thank you, and at least share this live too, please and thank you. Um, Harry the Lope, one, you owe me some money. Two, I'm just messing, but you do owe me some money. But whatever. I'm not gonna. I'm just busting your chops now. But I'm gonna answer your question. Why won't he take? Yeah, I told him about that, bro. He don't want to do that. I don't know why he don't want to do that. He refuses to do it. If I was by myself, I would take it because I know how to move. I know how to move and groove. Let me see. I know how to move and groove. You know what I mean? But I don't know why he don't want to do that, man. I really don't know why. I told him, he's like, nah, it's take too long. Because he don't have no patience, man. And this is a fourth reason. I'm not keeping track of all the reasons, but I know this is the fourth reason. The fourth reason why Passport Bros are failing in Sosúa. No patience. No patience. That's for any and everything. All right? Lips a little dry, a little chappy. But we still getting this money, getting these pesos, daddy. The thing about it is, guys don't have no patience. He doesn't have patience. He don't want to wait for the bus. He don't want to do it. I told him he didn't want to do it. So, I just went along with the CEO. You know what I mean? I just went along with it. I was like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? But he don't want to do it, Harry Loke. So I don't know what you want me to do. You know what I mean? I would have did it though if I was by myself. But I'm a team player. You know what I mean? You ever hit up the shopping this way? Some baddies over there? No, I think I might have. I don't know. But yeah. And is this in Puerto Plata or Sosúa you're talking about, Bummy Davis? Where you said Darte Shopping District. Refresh my memory. Is this in the Puerto Plata or the Sosúa? Matter of fact, you need to tell him he needs to hit that up too, because that's he. I know he loves that mall scene where to film live, and he could probably do some content on that. You know what I mean? Let me see. What you think about the Rello can't come back to the RNC pay up to? He's gonna do whatever he wants. Rello's gonna do whatever he wants. He's gonna come back. He's just gonna come back to Punta Cana, and he's just gonna dodge that guy. He might get approached by that guy again, or the guy might give him a pass. I don't know. He might get hit, and he might have to pay that. You know what I mean? Or he might have to slip out. But I wouldn't go back there if I owe somebody $5K. I'm just be honest with you. That's risky. He should at least wait till next year before he goes back to Punta Cana. You only got like a month or so, month and a half 2 months to next year. He could have just did that. Most people next year they forget a lot of stuff anyways. And they give you a pass. You know what I mean? Just want to say, be careful to everyone down there. I heard there's a lot of people that have HIV. Yeah, I mean, HIV's everywhere, to be honest, bro. HIV's everywhere, bro. HIV is big in Atlanta and Houston, bro. So as long as we ain't in Atlanta and Houston, everybody is doing A-okay. Y'all see the drop top, right? Wait, let me see. Ooh. Let me see. Y'all see the drop top. Hold on a second. Y'all see the drop top, right? Your boy living clean. Haters mad. You know what I mean? But yeah. Let's see. Too many law idiots running around the city. Yeah, man, they're crazy, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say I was pushing that that narrative one time, and I didn't do it in Brazil or whatever. But I got checked up, so I'm cleaner than the Board of Health. I'm cleaner than spring water. 31 in the building. Get them thumbs up. Only 5 likes. Let's get them up at least to 10, please and thank you. Let's see. We got Jay Harlem. It's not a drop top. It's a sunroof guy. Get together. Oh, yeah, sunroof guy. My bad. You know what I mean? But we still living good. You know what I mean? We still doing good. You know what I mean? And I'm still the OG traveler. You know what I mean? Still giving a game on how not to get ripped off in Sosúa. And giving game on how not to get drugged in Colombia. If you catch my drift. Ooh. But know how to become the Harlem and be like the light-skinned Mace of Harlem. Or yes, sir, on Triple OG. Yes, sir, OG, Triple OG. Yeah, I was doing the Sue in 2012. You know what I mean? 2012. That's why I was in Sosúa back then. You know what I mean? Let's see. What you gonna do with the 2K Trump check? Oh, we getting 2K with the Trump check? When is that? Oh, shout out to the haters that try to put me in jail. Shout out to the haters that try to put me in jail, try to jump me. You know, next week I'm supposed to get that bail money back, that G off that bail money back. You know, we get money out here. Yo, that's a lose-lose for some of these guys. How you try to jump somebody, it don't work out for you. Then, on top of that, he beats the charges. Then, on top of that, he gets his money back. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Let's see. What are you going to do with the 2K? Yeah, I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it with the 2K with the Donald Trump thing. If you did the seafood in Alaska and only had a 3,000 to 4,000 and 1 or 2 months until the next job starts, but you had nowhere to go or stay, what would you do? I don't know. I'd probably stay in like Asia. Asia's cheap. Probably in Philippines. Asia's cheap. Or I would. You know what? Let me actually say this. Since we talking about the Sioux, we talking about DR. You know what? I could possibly stay in Puerto Plata because shout out to the 20 people in the building, get them likes up. I can stay in Puerto Plata because I know people with, you know, the apartments for cheap, and I could just jump on those. That's what I would do, and that's what I was telling the CEO of Online Nation he should do. If you want to stay in Puerto Plata, it's probably cheaper to do the apartments, but it would also be cheap for him if he did in Sosúa, since he likes Sosúa so much. You know how much money he's saving? He's saving $50 a freaking day if he does that. And if he wants to go back to Puerto Plata, he can go back there. You know what I mean? But yeah, with the seafood processing, yeah, shout out to Philly Dom, still doing that. I think he did his last shift today. You know what I mean? I see it's 23 in the bill, only 5 thumbs up. I know the haters watching, but you know your boy's still getting that money. Aye. Let's see. He said it last night. We gonna get it. Okay. Well, you know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I'll be waiting for that money when it comes through. You know what I mean? But 2K, that'll do good. 25 in the building, 5 likes. Let's get them up. But yeah, the thing about with that situation, man, and fourth, you know, they say impatience. Another 5th reason why Passport Bros are failing in Sosúa, right? Because we said the 4th one is impatience. And when I mean impatience, that's, you know, that's not even just the transportation old buddy was talking about. Let's highlight it because people want to know what, Old buddy Harry the Loke Shot, a long-term supporter. I just be messing when I'm talking about your money. He good. His support means more than a couple dollars. When we're talking about patience, we're not just talking about taking a bus or taking a cheaper route to Sosúa, but also patience in trying to read the room and read the chicas. Don't just take the chica because she makes you feel good. You gotta make her wait it out. You gotta wait out. You gotta weigh out your options. A lot of like somebody like NYC Future, he might be a chick can finesse him. It's happened to me. The girls, they put on a good game. It happens to everybody, right? So there's nothing wrong with that, right? Excuse me. One thing you gotta do is you gotta put your foot down and you gotta tell them, yo, you gotta chill, wait it out, see, because you might get something better. You know what I mean? So the patience is the fourth reason why a lot of passport bros are failing in Sosúa. And number five, last but not least, number five, they don't know how to move. No, I'm just messing with you guys. They don't have the connections. Number five is they don't have previous connections. And when I say previous connections, we already know most people who go to Sosúa, they already been there numerous times. You get girls' numbers and all that. I got so many girls from the Soo right now. I could hook NYC Future up. Now you guys probably saying hook the CEO up, you his boy. How do you know I ain't already do that yet? How do you know I ain't already do that yet? But I ain't gonna tell y'all motherfuckers. No, I ain't. But you gotta make sure you have previous connections, previous chicas on deck when you go to Soo. The reason why, remember what I told you guys, with Sosúa, it's not the same. You don't have them running the streets like that. I mean, yeah, you got them in the beach club, whatever. But if you already got your catalog of chicas already on deck, Sosúa is going to be a cakewalk. Sosúa is going to be a cakewalk, guys. All you got to do is hit up the chicas, negotiate the price, and everything's mother effing nice. You dig what I'm saying? You good. You good. You know what I'm saying? And that, the connections, is the most important thing out of all these five reasons I just named, guys. The fifth reason is more important than all the mother four reasons. The fifth reason is you have to have the connections because it's not popping in Sosúa no more. So if you have the connections, you'll have the directions. You know what I mean? And when I say that, right? Perfect example. Let's throw this up there, right? I remember the CEO, the NYC The Future, was talking about, oh, yeah, I left him when the chick hit him, whatever. And I went to get a chica. I was talking to a chica that had her own car. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, Malal, you should have his back. Why you let him get hit? Whatever she did to him, whatever. Bro, she just tapped the dude. It's not that serious. But the whole point was I was trying to get a connection so we get somebody with a car so we're not paying for taxis like that. That cuts down our costs. See, those connections really make the affection and give you some mother effing direction. You feel what I'm saying? You feel? Look at I pop my car. You see what I'm saying? So when you have the connections, that makes everything go smooth. If you got a chica that has her own car, you just cut a lot of stuff in half. You cut a lot of prices of the taxis in half, and you cut a lot of the price of looking for a chica, getting harassed by, getting finessed by a chica. Because at the end of the day, the one that has the car, she's going to value more because she's like, yo, and especially if you take care of her, there's no, you ain't trying to shortchange her. Because there's some people that do that. Not saying NYC The Future does that. Not saying I do that. I might have did it in the past, but I ain't going to tell y'all. But, as long as y'all straight and up and up, y'all get a negotiation on the WhatsApp. Like I said, in one of the top reasons why passport roads are failing Sosúa. Once you get that on the WhatsApp and the negotiation, then you good. You know what I mean? Everything runs smoothly, and she could be your tour guide. So you got Chica for your adult activities, your what is it called? Gymnastics is. Shout out to big homie TMI says you got a chica for gymnastics. You got chica to drive you around, so no taxi, no Uber, that saves you money. And then 3, you got a tour guide. And on top of that, which I'm not saying anything wrong, but I have hinted to NYC the Future, you should have a chica to teach you the Dominican Spanish. You love the Dominican Republic. Let's learn the language. Let's learn their type of Spanish. If you learn the slang, you learn the language little by little, it will help you along the way. But this was my advice to him. He could take it, he could leave it. It is what it is. I just drop information. You do what you want with it. You know what I mean? Let me see. But yeah, bro, I'm the one that said try to upload more old school videos and redo some lives. Like, why not to be ashamed of Morgan? Because you're the OG. Oh, yeah, I'm going to definitely do that live. Why you shouldn't be ashamed of Morgan. I just wanted to jump on this real quick. But I'm definitely going to be the one. I'm definitely going to do a video on that. You guys definitely going to get a lot of lives from me. I'm definitely on that work. I'm working like a workaholic. I got probably like 2 or 3 jobs. I got 3 jobs, guys. I got one as a pizza delivery. Well, I would say delivery driver, but y'all going to say I'm a boy. But 44 years old with a baby face. I mean, I know y'all want to hate. You know what I mean? Number 1, delivering pizzas. That's my first job. Number 2, as a travel vlogger, YouTuber, consultant, right? Number 3, trying to stay out of jail. Oh yeah. The haters want to jump me. They want to punk me. They want to lump me. They hate me because they ain't me. You know what I mean? So I got 3 jobs. Delivering pizza 1, 2, the travel YouTube, travel consultant, and then 3, just trying to stay out of, jail and out of trouble. Well, I'll say try to stay out of trouble, but, it's all the same thing. All, coincides with each other. You know what I mean? But, yeah, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Y'all get them likes up. 25 in the building. Let me get them likes up, please, and thank you. How many mangoes did you try to pop to make them 3 to 4 boys worth it? When you, I would do like, I would try to do, you could do like, I would try to do like 1 or 2 mangoes a day, but I would say 1 a day. You really don't have to do that many. If you got if you got a good mango, and you got a good chemistry, you really just need 1 a day. And sometimes I get 2. I might have 2, have 1 give me a massage. That's how I work it. Worth it. When you would save up at least $2,000 a trip. So I didn't really. Well, yeah, you could say I saved up $2,000 if you really look at it. Because I remember I always brought $1,000 with me for those 3 or 4 day boys, right? But the plane trip and the hotel, that's other $1,000. But I think I didn't really even spend that much money as $2,000. But yeah, $2,000 if you include the plane trip and the hotel. Excuse me, definitely. And what he said, and I imagine 2,000 was total flights and hotel included. Yeah, definitely. Total flights and hotel included, definitely. Salute. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Much love, bro. Much love. I appreciate you. Just keep grinding, keep hustling. Yeah, but these guys, I want to let y'all know, get the likes up and thumbs up. But these are the 5 top reasons why passport bros are failing over in Sosúa, Dominican Republic. I just wanted to drop this live. I didn't want to stay on too long. Just to let you guys know, these are the top 5 reasons why passport bros, not particularly at NYC the Future, because I'm not taking shots at him, but he's over there, and this is what the mistakes he made or could have avoided if he followed these 5 top reasons why passport bros are failing in Sosúa. So hopefully you like, subscribe, share, and comment this video. These are the 5 reasons. Again, the last one is the most important. Connections. If when he went on his trips, if he had old connections from Sosúa, he could revert to those. I don't know if he did or not. I think he might have did. I know there was one girl that did, smoke the Mary Jane, so he had that. But a lot of the other connections he had, if he would have reverted to that, he wouldn't have had the same situation where the girl leaves in 5-10 minutes and talk about, oh, my taxi's here. So he could avoid that. But again, guys, it's a learning lesson. Top 5 reasons why these passport bros are failing in Sosúa. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It is what it is. I guess you would recommend having at least 1 or 2,000 to bank on top of the. Yeah, exactly. Yep, definitely 1 or 2,000 in the bank on top of the 2,000. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're gonna travel, you really. If you travel, you should have at least 4 to 5 grand in the bank. So at least you have like a couple of grand when you come back home, just in case your car break down, battery go bad, whatever. Life happens. You have backup. And just, like I told you guys, you always want to have 500 US dollars on deck when you go overseas. Emergency. 500 US dollars on deck for emergency. Now, I brought 1,000, but really, the lowest you could do is 500. No $55, 500 US dollars. No $55, 500 US dollars. It's your boy Mulatto. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, comment, holla. I appreciate y'all. Till next time. It's your boy, and I'm out of here. And y'all see we riding clean. Oh, shout out to Jay Harlem. That thing looking clean, ain't it, player? I know it is. Holla at your boy. Till next time.